Welcome back to another OVR weekly shooting drill. We're back to a beginner drill or an orange level, which again is the highest level of the beginner on this one. And we're going to be doing what's called a VTAC 1 to 5. Now, all of these drills that we're showing, these are drills you can find online. The issue with doing these drills is where can you do them at? And so any drills where you're moving, drawing from holster, you can't really do those at a standard range. And so that's the advantage that we have at OVR is we can let you do those. So in this drill, it's called a 1 to 5. We're going to start with our first target. We're going to engage it with a single shot. It's going to drop. Second target, we're going to engage with 2 shots. It'll drop. Third target, 3 shots. Fourth target, 4 shots. Fifth target, 5 shots. So it's 1 to 5. This is going to get you kind of out of that general habit of a 1 or a 2 shot, like what a lot of the drills are, and teach you that in some cases you have to fire as many 5 shots for that target to fall. So we're going to go ahead and run through this. Again, this is not a drill that requires any reloads. It's not anything that requires any holster draw. You can do that to make it more difficult if you want, but we're keeping it simple for a beginner level. And so in this case, I'm just going to show the actual targets as you get those hit and as they drop. And then afterwards, we'll critique as we always do. So we're going to go over the results of the VTAC triple threat. Again, we didn't do any videos of the actual shooter on this. We're just showing the targets to get the focus on that. And, you know, the targets overlap each other. They drop. So the first and fifth and the second and fourth, there's actually 2 sets of targets there because the one drops. And if you look at the targets, you kind of sort of see a little bit of an anomaly, I guess. On my first and my fifth target, you can see pretty tight on the grouping, and that was a 1 shot and then a 5 shot that all stayed right in that area. My second and my fourth shot, for whatever pulled to the right, I must have been trying to go a little too fast and I couldn't slow myself down. And you know, those things happen. But then when you look over at the third target with the double shot, again, those 2 shots are pretty much right on top of each other, a little off to the right. So again, I had trouble slowing myself down to center directly onto that target. But when I did get on target, I was able to maintain and get a good grouping on that. So, you know, I just need to, for me, and this is something you can work on when you come into OVR, is we can critique every single shot and work on what things you need to improve on. So for me, I really just need to slow down a little bit. You know, again, my accuracy is still pretty good, but it could be better. And so that's what I want you to do is come into OVR, work on some of these drills, work on ways that you can make yourself better and make yourself a better, more accurate, smoother shooter.